This is just a quick introduction into Bodmas. So what's the sole purpose of Bodmas? When you see a question like 7 plus brackets 6 times 52 plus 3 close brackets, what part of the question should you calculate first? Should you go from the left to the right or the right to the left? The only problem here is if you calculate it in the wrong direction or the wrong order, you will get a wrong answer. So long ago, people and mathematicians all agreed that everyone should follow a certain rule, and that's called Bodmas. So what is Bodmas? Bodmas is an acronym that stands for brackets, order of powers, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Keep in mind that the order of powers can include powers and square roots or cube roots. Now there are other names for Bodmas you may see. For example, exponents is used in Canada, so you might prefer bedmas. There is also indices, so bidmas is also another option, and pedmas, as USA calls brackets parentheses. So how can you remember Bodmas? Now, Bodmas starts with a B, so brackets will always be the first one to solve. And then comes O, which is the orders, the powers, square roots, cube roots, etc. Division and multiplication are on the same level. It depends on which one's on the left and which one's on the right. You always go from left to right. Similarly, for addition and subtraction, it's also the same. Depends on which one comes first and which one comes second. You go from left to right. Brackets are also known as parentheses. They are used to group numbers or symbols together, and that is the first thing you do in a question. Here's an example. 6 times 5 plus 3, but the 5 plus 3 is in brackets. You do not do the 6 times 5 first. You have to do whatever is in the brackets first. So 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, and 6 times 8 equals 48. Below that is a wrong example where the student has multiplied the 5 to the 6th first, giving you 30 plus 3. That adds up to 33. You can see how different the answers is, and how one is right and one is wrong. The order of exponents. The order of exponents can include powers and roots, and is done before multiplying, dividing, adding, or subtracting. Exponents are used to shorten an equation, and if you see an exponent, you must multiply the main number by itself that many times. So for example, 5 times 2 squared. That gives us 5 times 4, because 2 squared is equal to 4. 5 times 4 is equal to 20. But below that is an incorrect example, where 5 times 2 squared does not equal 10 squared, because you have to do the 2 squared before the 5. Multiplication and division. In the order of operations, you would complete the equation left to right, doing whichever one appears first, multiplication or division. Let's talk about multiplication. The symbol for multiplication is x. Remember to always go from left to right. Here's an example. 2 plus 5 times 3. The correct way to do this is by doing 5 times 3 first, as multiplication comes before addition. So 2 plus 5 times 3 is equal to 2 plus 15. The answer will give you 17. However, if you do 2 plus 5 first, that would give you 7 times 3, which gives you 21. This is incorrect. Now let's talk about division. Division is an equation that puts numbers into its group. The division symbol is a line with a dot above and below it. Similar to multiplication, you have to go from left to right. So 30 divided by 5 times 3 equals 6 times 3. This is because the dividing sign is on the left and the multiplication sign is on the right. The incorrect way to do this is 30 divided by 5 times 3 is equal to 30 divided by 15. You should not multiply the 5 and the 3 together first, because it is on the right. Last but not least, you have addition and subtraction. In the order of operations, you would complete the equation left to right, doing whichever one appears first, addition or subtraction, similar to multiplication and division. Addition is adding the numbers together, and the symbol for addition is a plus. For example, 6 plus 9 equals 15.